Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today I am here with Tara and Hunter, and I have to ask you, how do you pronounce your last name?
People say Fieri a lot, which it makes
Yeah.
sense, but we're Italian, so it's Fieri. The R is the T,
Yes.
or you can say like Fee Eddie, like you owe Eddie a fee.
Oh, I like
That always
that.
helps. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
that's
dad. That's my dad on
good.
that one. He made that one up, so that's pretty good.
So good. Yeah, my last name's DeChico, so
You know how
Italian
it is.
also. I know
Yeah.
how it is. I've been
Come
there,
on
done
now.
that. All right. So we have Tara and Hunter Fieri here. And Hunter is an entrepreneur, TV personality, and dynamic event host known for bringing energy to food and wine festivals and high profile events. Tara is a former NCAA champion softball player turned entrepreneur, professional pickleball player, and content creator blending sports, media, and pickleball through global brand collaborations. Together, they co create unique cooking and pickleball pop ups that combine food, storytelling, and sports, a reflection of their shared passions at marquee events like the Super Bowl and Stagecoach. They were recently married on August 30th, 2025, at the Hunt Ride Ranch, Hunter's Family Ranch, where they also got engaged, making it a full circle moment for the couple. So, welcome to the show, you guys.
Well, thank you for having us. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes.
Great.
Oh
So
my
excited. Great
gosh.
introduction.
Right?
Thank
Fantastic.
you. Thank you. I mean, all of you guys' accomplishments are so cool, which I do want to start off by talking about. So, okay, Tara, I would love to chat more about how you went from softball to pickleball and how is that path to being a professional pickleball player?
Yeah, so it's interesting because, working in sports like for the past decade now, I started playing college softball and played sports my whole life. And I knew that I missed competing after, my career at Pace University and then working at the Mets and Knicks. I was working there and, I loved it. It was such an amazing opportunity. I'm forever grateful for it. But I also was missing like the athlete side of me and like competing and playing a sport. So when my dad introduced me to pickleball now 4 years ago, holy cow. It's crazy. He was just like playing with his buddies at our local courts here in Glen Oaks. And it was just like, a casual game. And then I ended up really loving it. And people made fun of me for it because they were like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, this is an old person sport. Like, what are you doing playing?" And I'm like, "No, like, this is great. I get to play with my dad. I get to play with like my family members. I could play with someone younger, older, my age, doesn't matter, to however, competitive I want the game to be." And I just really loved it and I just posted about it. And Franklin Sports, I ended up signing a deal with Franklin Sports, and that's kind of where it started, where I really saw the potential of being able to make this as a career. So I never knew that it was going to turn into this and how much it's evolved over the past few years. I mean, pickleball is now from brand activation to professional to, social media, content creation. Like, there's so many different angles, which makes it so cool that, you know, people playing pickleball, you could play professionally on tour, you could be a content creator and make content and do brand deals with it. And you can also, for me, I really focus on the bringing people together, the marketing side of things, and growing the sport as a whole.
Yeah, that is so cool. I love that. It's like pickleball has truly taken off just in the past few years. And it's so cool to just see like this sport really come to life for so many people. It's been awesome. And yeah, for you only have been doing it for like 4 years, like you said. That's so cool. And Hunter, I mean, your dad is a cultural icon. I feel like we just need to put that out there.
Of course
Guy
it is.
Fieri.
Yeah.
So, what's it been like, I guess, growing up? And also, now you're joining your dad on many of his food ventures. And you yourself are an amazing chef and have trained under Gordon Ramsay and lots of other chefs. Like, what's that journey been like for you?
It's kind of it's really just been normal. It's been my life. Like, so I mean, I grew up, my dad taught me to work very hard. He taught me, he's like, you're making third grade. He's like, you're making your own breakfast. You're making your own lunch. If you want breakfast in the morning, you're going to get up and you're going to do it. He got me a step stool. Taught me how to make, French toast and cream, maybe a little cream cheese and sliced strawberries. And in our house, growing up too, is you either cooked or you did the dishes. And I was not a fan of doing dishes, so I cooked. And that really kind of just, that's how it all progressed. And then, of course, my dad being the person that I've looked up to my entire life and still do, um, I wanted to be in that industry. So my first job at 14, was in the restaurants, dishwasher. And it's just, I love the hospitality industry in itself. I love making people happy. Putting a plate of food in someone for us is a real gift. It's a treasure for us. It's something that we really honor. So it's really fun, and I enjoy it. I'm excited to continue to grow and try to build, more areas around the hospitality.
I know. And that kind of brings me more into the pop ups that you guys are doing. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, you guys have been at some awesome events like Stagecoach, Super Bowl. Like, what's that been like?
Well, I mean, Tara started off with the Super Bowl with Franklin, because Franklin puts on a pop up there every year, and so that's where I met Tara, was at the Super Bowl, and she was doing a Franklin event. So we work on that, but we do the food and wine. So it's South Beach Food and Wine in Miami in February, and that's been a great one. Working with Lee Schrager and working with the team out there, getting all the chefs involved is the best part, because they're all competitive as our chefs.
I feel like
That is
another
so
event,
cool.
another event that we really, really love, is the Necker Island Pickleball Forum.
That's a great one. That was a
That,
fantastic one.
yeah, our two good friends, and their team, Casey and Barry, they put on this amazing pickleball forum on Richard Branson's private island, and it was a dream. Like, we showed up there last year and we did not know what to expect. Like, we were like, wait, lemurs running around? Like,
That's
No,
incredible.
seriously, like we're
like
having drinks at the
Yeah.
bar on the island, and there's a lemur
when
on
a kangaroo.
staring at you.
And a
What?
kangaroo, and like you're just like, how, like, they're so friendly and they were so cute, and like it's just like a dream. And then you have Richard texting everyone like, hey, who wants to go play chess? And like it's just
Oh,
like amazing, like to be around someone that, influential and hardworking, and it's just super inspiring. And when I see him out there playing pickleball and having fun, and riding bicycles, or getting up early and riding bicycles, it's like wow, like I want to be just like it's crazy.
No,
yeah.
Richard's a great guy, and he's great hospitality. And it's
Mm.
super nice of him to have us there. And I was the first chef to cook there as well. I was the first,
Oh,
so
congrats. That's
I did a big
amazing.
chef
What was
dinner.
your
My gosh, your events sound like so much fun. That's so cool. I love pop-ups and events like that. It's such a great way to like meet people, try new
Yeah.
things, try new food. Like, that's so awesome. And which you guys did meet at a pop-up. So let's talk about your love story. Like, how did it all begin?
Oh my gosh.
Tara.
Well, it definitely was something I wasn't expecting. It was actually, it's crazy because I met Hunter. My grandma passed away in January
Mm.
2023. No,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
2022. Yeah. And she was like literally like my best friend. And I was like
Mm.
kind of going through a stage in my life where I was, really, really figuring things out, and not really sure like if I wanted to go to Super Bowl by myself. Like, it was like I got this huge opportunity from Franklin to host the NFL pickleball experience. And I'm like one of those people that, like, I'm super spontaneous, and I also, I'm independent, and I just love to like go for things. So in my head, I'm like, my mind was already like, oh my gosh, like, amazing opportunity, I'm going. But I also was just still like kind of, a little bit sad. But my friends pushed me, and they were like, you know what? Go out there, do your thing, and do what you do best. So I ended up going out there by myself, and
Wow.
I went to Arizona, and I had some friends out there that also played pickleball as well. So I had a friend group out there as well. And my best friend Megan, who also works in sport, was there also. But we're all like in different areas in the same city. And I'm hosting the pickleball experience, going to all these crazy events for Super Bowl, like literally exhausted, like working from 7 a.m. again, and then going out till God knows who when, 2 a.m., and doing it all over again every single day.
Wow.
And then Sunday comes around and it's Super Bowl, and my friends asked, and they were like, hey T, like come out to this tailgate before the game. And I was like super like it was a very slow start to the morning and I was like I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like they like were like you have to come in now because that's when we get like we had like these VIP wristbands. So they're like you have to come now or else like we're just gonna go in. And I'm like you guys just go in, like I'll meet you there when I meet you there. Like my Uber was taking forever. And literally it was traffic. I walked faster than the cars there. So then I ended up getting there and they all went in and they ended up leaving the bracelet there at the front and I just like picked up the bracelet, I go in and all of a sudden I'm like on stage. Our bracelet was like a pass, like literally there was like how many people there?
There's like 15,000 people.
There's like 15,000 people there and the wristband that I had was like the stage one. So I'm like I'm literally on stage and
there's like probably 50 of us on stage.
yeah, I'm like dancing, Low Cash is performing, Diplo's performing, and I'm like having the time of my life. And I'm like, wow, thank goodness I like got up to go to this. At least just to like witness, like this is like my first ever Super Bowl tailgate. And then I turn around and I'm like, of course, this is so on brand for me. I'm like, hey, can you take a picture of me? And it's Hunter, like literally there, just standing there. Like I asked like this random person behind me to take a picture of me dancing because like I didn't have like any of my girlfriends there to take pictures. So he's just like there, like for a minute straight, like videoing me dancing. And I'm like, thank you. And I literally took back my phone.
You're missing a key part in there.
Oh, he hands me a shot of tequila of Santo. And
So a random stranger, she takes a bottle of tequila.
But I'm not like
takes a shot, and I'm like, this chick's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Literally. And knowing me now, you're like, how the heck did you end up doing that?
I mean, yeah, because she doesn't really drink much, and so that's funny.
So
it's so hilarious.
So he gives me a shot of Santo and I'm on there dancing and he's videoing me and I turn around and I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, don't exchange names, contact, like nothing, like literally nothing. So I then leave the tailgate, which ended up being the Flavortown tailgate, but I didn't know Hunter or his dad because I grew up with a sports household and play in the dirt household, not a food like oriented. So for me, like Food Network was
go both ways.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
What?
I said I can go both ways. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Never mind. It's a joke.
Oh, okay. I was like, what do you Hunter's dad jokes. And not like a food background. So I'm like, okay, like I was at the Flavortown tailgate and then I didn't find that out after until I go into Super Bowl and my phone is dying. So I go to the concession stand and my friends, I have to charge my phone because how the heck am I going to get out of there? And also my friend wanted to meet up with me after. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to have a dead phone, be able to get home. So I'm like spending most of the time like at the trying to find like room. Everyone's like at the charging station. And I'm at the ketchup and mustard stand.
You went for chocolate-covered strawberries. You know it.
Well, yes, I also did go for chocolate-covered strawberries. And then Hunter and his dad and his cousin walk up. And then his cousin ends up going, oh my gosh, Tara, like from the tailgate. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then me and Hunter literally just ended up talking the entire game and literally the rest, like we talked as he didn't hit on me, he didn't try and like literally.
Thank you for clarifying that one.
Well, yeah, it was important because it was
appreciate that.
it wasn't creepy. He was a genuine person and just like wanted to get to know me. That was it. So
I love that. Okay, so you guys had your first meeting at Super Bowl at the event. And then how did it progress from there? Like, did you guys end up going on a date, exchanging numbers? And then, like, how'd your relationship progress after that?
Yeah.
That is exactly what happened, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we literally just exchanged contacts and then literally were inseparable for the next 2 weeks. He had another event, NBA All-Star. And then I was in New York, and then he had like edible arrangements already sent to the house, and we just like were inseparable for the next 2 weeks. And then we're at South Beach Food and Wine Festival, and we're like on the red carpet taking pictures. And somebody asked us like,
my agent.
oh yeah. she was like, "Oh, who's this?" He's like, "Oh, my girlfriend." And I was like, "Wait, I'm your
It
girlfriend?"
was a bold move, but we knew the answer.
Yeah, right? I like that. Oh, it's so good. So it took an outside source to really confirm that for you guys and put the stamp of
It
approval on it.
did.
The way I see it is like honestly, after like the first day or two of us like we hung out all day. Like the next day after, we're just hanging out. I told my dad, I said, just so you know, after everybody else starts, I'm taking the week off of work. I'm going to see this person because this is the one. And so, but like after the first 2 days, I felt like I had known her already for years. Because we just saw
Amazing.
things the same way in life and the way we communicated. So at that point, I was just like yeah, duh, like this is like I didn't even
So
I didn't go to
good.
parties. I made sure to like tell everyone that I was taken. I had a girlfriend. Like this is before I even asked my
Oh.
girlfriend. I'm like, I'm not letting this one go. Absolutely not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. And then, okay, so your relationship progressed, your boyfriend, girlfriend, and then it came time for the proposal. Now, how did all that go down? Like, did you know that a ring was coming, Tara? Like, or was it a
Let me
complete
just take this one over
surprise?
really quick for you here.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Tara, if you want to surprise Tara, you may as well try to win the lottery. Okay, she's an investigator.
I like it. I like it.
She asks questions very well. Like she already knows the answer to them. Or she'll ask questions to get an answer that she wants to hear, and she's smart. She's smart, and so she knew. It was kind of hinted a couple of times. I mean, there was like a couple of ring hints, and I'm like, I already knew I was going to do this. I had to find
I
one
didn't know
time
when, but
and one place to be able to get all of her family in the same area. Because trying to hurt. It's like hurting cats. Trying to get my mom and dad there, trying to get my brother there. Her dad, her mom, her bonus parents. Trying to get everyone there is was kind of a pain, but I knew we could do it for Thanksgiving at the ranch. And so
Yeah.
that was kind of the plan. And she kind of knew a little. She definitely knew a little bit, but she didn't know how or like when. And when I say when, I mean time of the day. Because
Hmm.
she definitely knew. But yeah, she's like I said, an investigator. And of
That's
course,
so
one person
good.
says one thing. Oh yeah, make sure you put on this dress today. And I try to play it off like
no, he didn't talk.
we always do family. Hold on,
You
we
didn't
always
talk
do
to me.
family pictures. Thanksgiving afternoon, before dinner, down by the pond, on the island, just because it's a beautiful sunset and all these things. And she's like, "Oh, okay," but I was so nervous.
Yeah, he didn't talk to me the
I didn't
entire
talk
day.
the entire
So he made it obvious. Like he didn't talk. He didn't
Everyone
talk to
knew.
me.
Well, because my dad started it off in the morning. I woke up and he goes, "So how you gonna do it? You ready?" And I'm like, God, I'm like, I didn't even have a coffee yet. Come on, like And I thought all day I was just thinking about it. Like I knew I was gonna
Yeah.
say it. I knew that we were all gonna be there. It was just like, and I knew she was gonna say yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was 99%, 90% sure, but it's still like it was an exciting moment. Cause like this is real. This is happening. So we got through to it. It was great.
Oh, so it happened at family pictures. So was like all your family like surrounding you when
And
you
how did you ask my
asked?
dad?
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah, I
well,
want
so
to know
to answer
that.
your first question, yes, it was all at family pictures. My plan
Okay.
was we all take one. It's the Fieri family, and then Tara's family, both families together, and then couples together, and then Tara and I were gonna go last, her and I together. And that was kind of the plan. And from there, I was gonna I was gonna actually I was gonna ask the question. Well, my mom decided that she wanted to expedite this process that I had already planned out, and we're taking a whole family picture. And she was like, "All right, now Terry Hunter, you guys go." And I'm like, well, we still have like three or four more shots to do this. And he just like put it in the spot really quick, and I'm like, "Oh Jesus!" And so I had to relieve the anxiety that I had from it. I told Tara, I said, "Look at that bird over there." And I had to make her turn because I needed 1 second to breathe. And I got down like I gotta do it. And then she turned back, and I was dying because she actually looked for the bird.
That's so good.
No, it was pretty funny.
But he ended up asking my dad, which was a very
Oh.
scary moment for him at the time. Um, Now they're best friends, but we went to White Castle, and my dad back in the day was a big rock and roller. He still is, but back in the day, like they'd always end up in White Castle after hours. And so
First is a rock star.
Hun-
Literally.
Hunter went into White Castle and got a crave case, and
That's 30 burgers.
Yeah.
and fries.
We
Oh.
should have saved that box. We need
I know.
to.
Ah.
And he literally wrote on the box and was like, check if,
I made a checklist that I checked off myself.
And you're like,
and then he handed him the
I'm telling
box.
you what the answer is. And what was your dad's reaction?
We sat here in a good conversation. He was super impressed. I knew that him and I had like a good relationship already at that point.
Yeah.
And we just basically talked about life, and was just like,
That's
these
so
are the things that
cool.
you have to deal with, and these things that you go through and that you learn together. And if you see those things, he's like, 100% that you guys are adults. I love you guys. Please, just be happy and do what you want to do. And he's like, I'll be there to support you guys the entire time. And I said, that's amazing. So it's
love
great. And then we
that.
sat there and we ate as many burgers as we could.
I know. Like, how'd you
So
get
we
through
ate
that? The 30
we
burgers?
didn't.
I
I
know.
went through about 3 of them before I was already full. I had just eaten 2. I think he maybe had about 3 or 4, and then. But it was great though. The hardest part though was as I was sitting in the house alone because Tara had gone to the store with her brothers to go and get I think they were getting some waters and something like that from Target and maybe getting so I think some more pickleball outfits. So I'm just sitting here in the house and then I'm like, oh boy, this is yeah. But it was a great night, great day, and we just had an absolute blast. But yeah, the proposal was so funny. I'm like, Tara,
Oh,
is that
it's
bird over
so
there?
good. The bird, the ask, I
It
love it.
it worked. That's all I can take.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Do you guys have your rings on? Can I see them if you do?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that is
He did a
gorgeous.
great
I
job.
love the shape of
Well,
that. It's so pretty.
On hers. Yeah,
Yes.
isn't that nice? So I made sure that the wedding band was able to curve
oh,
around the.
it's like, has like a.
It's got a little notch that
Oh,
says it sits
yeah.
flush with the. And
Mm.
this is actually my grandfather's wedding ring. That's
What? That is so
my
cool.
grandma had given me after he passed, and so I've been wearing this on my left hand even before we were married, just for Tara and for my grandfather. But Tara just got me a ring, and we had to just go get it resized. But was it back? Did you get it?
Yeah, it's in there if you want to get it. It's in that
Oh,
FedEx right there.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
that's
it's
so
super unique. Like planning
cool.
his ring, I knew Hunter, I wanted it to be different, so I did like a different shape. It's like kind of an octagon shape and not like a regular band. And then it's the same white gold as my ring, and then it has like the diamonds around it. He's
That's so
opening his
cool.
because it
Oh
just
my
got
gosh.
it just got shipped back from the jeweler. He's literally like revealing it.
My gosh. I love it.
But I thought this ring, she did a great job because this is exactly my style.
Yeah.
That's so
So
cool. What? That's rad. I love that.
Right?
That is
yeah,
so
it's kind of
cool.
hard to see on the camera, but 3 diamonds on it. I mean, it
It's
is chrome shiny. But she did a great
Nice.
job on it, and I think it looks great.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like, is your family like really into jewelry?
My dad really got me into it. My dad's super hardcore into jewelry now. I mean, I told him like he went Rick Ross on us. He went
I
he
love
was
it.
iced out chains and all that. But hey, it looks good. So he got us into it. But I think I like to wear jewelry for mementos. Pieces that represent who we are. I just bought myself an Italian horn for I
Whoa.
guess no wedding gift. So I spent a little money and iced it out, and I got some shout out Mike the jeweler. But yeah, no, it's nice. So we have to wear things that really mean something to us. Um,
Yeah. I
huge
think I
huge into
saw you
the
wearing
two ladies.
that at your wedding, right? The
Yeah,
Italian horn, like with your
yeah,
tie and everything. It looked really cool. Yeah. That's awesome.
yeah.
it's fun. You gotta look good. You gotta represent a little bit. Something that's just not too flashy. Something that just makes you look you look cleaned up. You look good.
Definitely something unique. It like is a way to show your personality a little bit. I love it.
Exactly.
Okay, so then after the proposal, then you guys start wedding planning. What was that process like for you guys?
Well, trying to get an answer out of us that is not that is for in the future event is interesting sometimes.
Mm.
So we had all the ideas down, and we just it was just trying to coordinate how we want to do it, and then we're indecisive.
Yeah,
There's so many ideas.
I would just say like honestly like I was when I growing up like some girls have like their dream Pinterest board and they have like their dream dress. Like I kind of was a tomboy growing up, so I didn't really understand like until going through this process like wow, like this is a lot of work. And like coming from someone that has a background in events and
Mm.
marketing, it's like I didn't realize that like wedding planning like truly brings out like some of the greatest qualities in people and some of the worst qualities in people. And like
What does
I
that mean?
well, in general, just like things, everything around you, like things like come up, and like, when we first started planning our wedding, we were just like originally planning our wedding date just like around people's schedules and around people's things. And like, you like look back and you're like, holy cow, like Hunter and I, you know, we're very selfless people. So we love to like, put everyone before us and do all these things. And like, I look back, I'm like, holy cow, like my friends now going through this process, like, they just kind of did things the way they wanted to do it, and like that was it. Like we were always thinking, but like what would they want, or like what would this person want? So
Oh.
it was definitely, you know, a lot. I think cuz also we planned it in 2 years.
Mm.
So a lot of stuff kind of didn't hit us until like the year of. We're like, okay, like we should probably start getting things like super locked in, realize like, is it a big wedding that we want, is it a small wedding that we want. And like in the beginning for me, like I was okay with having a smaller wedding and more intimate wedding, but after the way our everything came together, because it was just a lot to plan, like
Mhm.
350 people, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
a
at the
big
post
wedding.
office for hours, like stamping things,
Oh, poor girl. Oh
like
gosh.
I was like
Poor
living at the
girl.
post office, and like I mean collecting addresses, and it was one of those things. And for me, like Hunter has a lot of amazing people in his life, and like getting everyone's address, I'm like, hey, like Hunter, like I need these addresses, like I don't have some of the addresses. And it was a lot of work, but now looking back, like I wouldn't have changed a thing. Like I would relive
Mm.
that day a million times, do it all over again, and go through all those, greatness, those highs, and all those lows. Like it wasn't.
Mm.
If anyone were to be like, "What's the reality of it?" It's like obviously, like there was times where we had mental breakdowns, like right, like we're human. Like it's not through pictures. Like everything, the day was perfect, but like the process leading up to that definitely was hard.
It's one of those things that it's if you don't know enough about what the
It takes.
situation is like, what it takes, you don't know the questions to ask, right? So
Mhm.
you have no idea.
Totally.
And so, and like we put on events and all that, but the wedding, like there's so many little details, and everyone always told us, just wait, the last 2 weeks are gonna be very interesting for you, depending on how you do it. Like it's gonna just build up, and everyone I feel like has gone through the exact same process we did. Um, we had a lot of people supporting us, and we also have big families, a lot of friends that all wanted to be there.
Yeah.
So it's like we either just do it us two, or we're going to invite all of those people that have been there for our entire lives, pretty much, and all the ones that who support us because they're the ones asking.
Yeah.
They and they want to go and say, what, I want to spend that day where I married the love of my life. I want my friends and everyone. I want to see her parents walk down the aisle in that
Yeah,
dress. You know.
totally.
So
Mhm.
I'm glad that we did it. It really turned out. My dad texted me last week. He's back up at the ranch. We did the wedding at. He was doing a shoot up there, and he texted me. He's like, "I'm just sitting here looking at this." He's like, "What a freaking weekend! What a day!" You and Tara really did a phenomenal job." That was one of the greatest days of my life. I mean,
Oh.
that's right there. That's all you can ask for. I mean, that was
Yeah.
like we did it. Like we did great.
And I got some of my East Coast people to dress up as cowgirls and cowboys, and
Oh,
now
you
they're
did.
like,
Yes,
now they
I
love this.
love that.
They love the style. They're like at home now, like wearing their boots. And I'm like, at first they were giving a hard time. They were like, oh my god, when are we ever gonna wear these boots again? Or like, when am I ever? And I'm like, trust me, like you'll love it. And they got there and they were dancing. Like it was
So
amazing.
You would
good.
have thought that we were filming the show Yellowstone up there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
Oh
they,
yeah.
people looked real good. It was awesome.
It's so good. Yeah. So it was never a question that your wedding was going to be on the ranch and you guys were kind of doing like country chic style and that was something kind of new for you and your friends, Tara. So and yeah.
Yeah. No, it was new for me. And like I'm a big country music girl. Like I've always loved like, being from the East Coast, like I've been around a lot of types of genres in music, but like country music for me, I just love listening to the stories and like, listening to the lyrics. And like it's just like feel good music. And going to Stagecoach for the first time with Hunter definitely changed my views and vision of like, being able to be like wear that country style like anywhere. And it's just such a fun, positive, happy kind of like style. And I love it. It's a lot of fun.
The smile on my face when she said to me, "I want to do the upscale country wedding," and I'm like, "What?" Because for me, I grew up in boots on the
Right.
ranches and hunting and all those
Yeah.
things. And so it's like I grew up in that area where I'm like, the city girl was going country.
I wore my
I was
boots under my
like, yes,
dress.
Oh my gosh,
I
that's
didn't
so
even wear heels.
fun.
I wore my
it was
boots.
awesome.
I love that.
It was really fun.
Man, yeah, such a cool vibe at your wedding. I loved it so much. Super unique. And then you guys did dinner on the pickleball
Yes, and
courts,
our
right?
background is the pickleball
I
court.
Yeah,
know, it
the
looks
dance floor
so
was the pickleball
cool.
court.
So like
Oh my gosh.
that was something for us like where we really paid attention to like details and stuff. And I feel like going back through everything, it was like, you know, when Hunter asked me what kind of like stage we wanted, I was like, we have to do a pickleball court. Like, there's no other way. Like, it's so cool. The flash photos, like, it just looks super unique. And so we called our friends at Pickle Roll and they were like, heck yeah, we'll do a custom court. And like, what do you guys want on it? And like, we ended up just making like those Wimbledon, like, the green colors and
The gold outline was sick.
yeah. And it was
That's
just
cool.
so different, so unique. I mean, we had a pickleball engagement party, so we had to like keep the pickleball theme going.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, like pickleball is kind of a big thing,
Yeah, food and pickleball, right? Yeah.
But no, the court. I mean, one, we had to find a flat surface on the ranch to be able to
Yeah.
host 350 people,
Wow.
and that was a no-brainer. The pickleball dance
Mhm.
floor was awesome, but we're out there literally. It's her stepdad, her uncle, and your cousin, and we're out there, and we are laying out over 300 feet of ram board for in the it's 95
Oh,
degrees at least, laying on this ram board to cover the court so that pickle roll Nathan and his guys can come in and lay down the court. And we got it done that week before the wedding, and man, it was just everyone came together to really just get it done. And it turned out we were hanging up string lights 30 feet in the air. And
It was a whole DIY project. Like,
one of my best friends, Disco's out there. His name's Sean. We call him Disco. He's out there just working his butt off, and it was so much fun.
like people say like, "Oh, like you guys like building out your own venue is
right.
harder than any other thing I could have imagined."
I
Like
didn't
I've
realize.
learned more about generators, trailers, just like how much food we need in the house for people like cuz we house all of our bridal parties. And just everything. Like it was just a whole project. And like
Made it that
the
much fun.
bath yeah, the bathrooms, putting together like the toiletries for the bathrooms and like the details for us, for me, was like so important. Like we had custom cowboy and cowgirl boots and that Dom ended up customizing for us, and it was like we left notes for them in it.
That's so
And
cool.
we tried to make like our bridal parties feel super special and close to us. And we had fresh, I went to the farmers market the week 2 weeks before and I got fresh juices.
Ooh,
and
nice.
and we had our custom spice jars, which was so cool.
Oh yeah. Was that the favor that people brought home?
Yes.
That's so
There was
cool.
a lot of
Here.
favors. I mean, we
Yeah.
did.
Oh, nice. That's so cool. I got your logo on there and everything. I love it. That's
Yeah.
so
We just
cool.
tried to go a little above and beyond because we did have a lot of people that
Yeah.
supported us mentally, physically.
Yep.
Everything that really kind of came into play, and it's just like we want to make this a special day for everyone. We like to have things that are branded for us. Her stepdad and I built, and Alex built the seating chart and all that, and we
Yeah.
built the entire seating chart board and everything, and it was just it was something that we can get back to say thank you for constantly being there for us and supporting us. So it was about Dom went above and beyond. I mean, the boots, the belts, the
Yeah.
belt buckles, the keychain. I mean, you name it. It was pretty amazing. So
It seemed like all the little details were what like really made it for you guys. You wanted it to be so personalized for your guests, and you really took the time to think about all those things. And the fact that it was such a team project too, like it
And
really brought your whole family and friends together
oh,
even before the day happened as you're setting
leading
up your
up to
pickleball
the
court.
day.
Like,
it was a
yeah.
committee. There's probably about 30 people at all times
I mean,
involved in
even
this
the
thing.
bridal with the tables, like
Oh, yeah, all hands on deck. Oh yeah,
Bonnie was back,
yeah.
like she was running around and like because the ranch, like going from the main house to our
You gotta
house, like
organize which vehicle is gonna go like at what time, and you get the TP set up and all that.
Do you guys want to like talk about maybe some of the other special moments from your day? Like, was there anything during your ceremony or reception that like really sticks out of like
I
this was
would
like core memory?
I would say for me, it's just great. It's just funny because like it's just such it wasn't like your typical go to a wedding and like
Yeah.
everything is like my dress, like I was roaming around in the dirt. Like literally to say the least. Like I have rocks and sticks in my dress, like because we were doing photos before and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's getting dirty." And I was like, "It's fine, like it's the ranch."
Yeah.
But like there was like pine cones in my dress and like rocks and it was like already a different color and like I never would have
You
thought.
couldn't tell because it blended in.
Yeah. But like I knew like during the dress picking process, like if it was gonna be at a ranch, like not to go like super white with my dress. Um, I mean that was like one of the core memories for sure. Like at first being nervous about it, but then putting on my cowboy boots and like roaming through the sticks and the dirt. And
Yeah.
another one is our mentor marrying us, Shelby.
Yes,
That's so cool.
and one of our greatest friends.
Yeah.
My best friends. Yeah.
Yeah, who was the best. Like, I mean,
She sat us down,
for
went through tons of notes about what we want to talk about, who we want to
we had
reference.
meetings about how she wants us to marry us and what's our vision and like I feel like it was so personal and so sentimental to us. She wanted to make it sound like us and be the best. Like she just was so amazing.
And then we asked my grandmother Mimi
Oh my
to
god.
be our flower girl.
Oh,
And we,
precious.
we did release a video on social media. I don't know, this is months back, of us asking her. She had already guessed if she was gonna be a
No
flower girl. So I'm
way.
like, how did you know? But she walked down the aisle with one of my best friends, and also what the operations manager, the guy who runs it all really on the ranch and at our properties, Disco. They walked down the aisle, and Mimi.
Oh, this video's coming out
Mimi
soon.
she is what she wants. She's a badass. She rides her bike 100 miles a week. Does yoga. No, she's an absolute G.
Dances.
Like she's I mean 25 years old, literally at heart. Like just goes.
Oh.
And so she's like does her own thing. So she's walking down with Disco and she's throwing the phone. Starts 100 feet before we're even close to the seats. And I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Let's just go. And then, but like, I realized the show, they're all gone. So she had thrown out maybe like a handful of flowers, like at the first seat. And I'm like, whatever, it's funny, and it looks good.
Yeah,
And then she
that's
takes the
so funny.
basket that she was throwing the flowers out of
And
and just
throws
decides
it in
to
the lake.
huck it, not even, it just right into the pond
Like a statement. Like just threw it into the lake.
in front of everyone, like directly towards Tara and I
Man.
into the pond. And I'm like, that is hilarious.
I need to post that. That's
And
hysterical.
thank God because it broke the ice a little bit because my mom is sitting there at that time behind me. So my mom and dad walking down the aisle to meet with Shelby, and she's sobbing. And I'm like, "Will you stop sobbing back there? Because I'm gonna start crying more and more." So Mimi kind of broke the ice a little bit and kind of like got myself back together there. But
That
man,
was
it was so funny. It was
that was a
perfect.
core memory for sure. And I think
Man.
another there was like two more that I could think of in my head was one my dad performing taking taking the stage with his band
Played
members
like 8 songs.
and everyone was
Crushed
like
it.
encore encore the entire
Oh,
time.
Played the guitar
cool.
behind his head like an absolute bad. Like it was just. Oh no, it was crazy.
Yeah.
People were losing it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna be
I almost felt bad for the other band because they're just like, how do we play it?
Right? Yeah. How do we follow that? Yeah.
Bricks crushed it. And then another one was well, there's literally so many, but
No.
the line dancing. Like we
Oh,
had
cool.
my East Coast friends. I told them at the rehearsal dinner. I said, guys, like I really wanted to do a line dance. And they're like, how the heck, you don't even know how to dance, like how the heck, like are we gonna pull this off together, like with the boys? And we practiced like once or twice with our friend Bella.
For about 30 minutes we practiced.
30 minutes, and then we performed the next day, like we were like literally on stage, and like it was
We were all laughing
amazing.
so hard though during the dancing process because we knew like, you know, and everyone knew. And it was, you could hear people laughing. But there was at one point, my buddy Connor and I was doing it correctly on this point. Connor had missed the turn, and I turned, and him and I just walked directly into each other. And we were laughing so hard, and everyone was just dying. But you know, it was the best part of it. Was one of the best parts of it because everyone's just started to kind of join in after that, you know, and like there was no need to be serious or formal. It was
right. It was like
we're just having a good time. We're just celebrating. If we're not laughing, we're not, you know, then we're not doing it right.
Yeah.
That's so.
And then the chefs. I mean, the food was phenomenal. That was one of the biggest reasons actually we wanted to do it at our own property,
to have our own food,
because
yeah,
you know, so many times you go to a wedding, it's just like it's, you know, you're getting banquet food, which it's not terrible, but like we're a family of chefs, you know,
right, yeah,
and it's I want people to be able to. I know when I go to a wedding, like I don't typically eat all the time because it's dry chicken or whatever it is. I mean, we have to do this right. And so Chef Cesar from Sonoma County Catering, longtime friend of ours. I mean, he's family. Him and his team kicked butt and helped produce all of this. And he's a phenomenal chef. And then we had Antonio LaFaso, Aaron May, and of course the one and only Lorena Garcia. She did a rehearsal dinner and helped out on the day of the wedding.
That's
and I mean, just the food was next level. Aaron May did this big, you know, big old prime ribs, and Antonia did, you know, I think scopes of the meatballs and the pasta, you know, the cavatelli. I mean, it was just next level to the point where like someone actually finally said
there was no leftovers. I was looking for leftovers the next day because that's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, right.
Everything. And then Buddy crushed the cake.
And Buddy the last year made an amazing
Your
cake.
Cake looked amazing.
I'm surprised you did not smash it in my face that night.
Oh,
I
no.
thought for sure you were going to.
No, because then you would have done it to me back, and I would have.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I don't trust her with cake.
That's so good. Yes, the Cake Boss cake. That's so cool. I love that. Keeping it all
there wasn't
in the family.
There was not a detail that was not thought of.
No.
There wasn't one point of that wedding that was incorrect. Everything was executed perfectly, and it was just an amazing day.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I love that so much. You guys truly thought about all the details and how you made it so special, specifically to you guys and your interests and everything. And you shared that with all 350 of your guests, which is amazing that you guys pulled that off. Like, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a huge job. I know, right? Like at the end of the day, you're like, no more wedding planning. Oh man.
Waking up Sunday morning, even though we didn't sleep very much, waking up Sunday morning though, it wasn't even just a relief factor of that. It was just it was the exact thing you just said. Like, we did it, you know. And so Sunday we just hung out, and we were by the pool, and we are hanging with our friends and talking about the stories and who did what that night, you know, and whatever funny moments happened. Like, that was just like honestly probably even the second greatest day of my life, just because it was everyone that stayed to hang out and just chill.
Yeah.
And you just kind of relive it. Like, man, I didn't want the weekend to end. I would do that again every year just to have that experience again.
Oh, that's so fun. Well, yearly vow renewals, like, let's do it on the
why
ranch,
not?
You know,
Yeah.
right?
There you go.
Oh, that's so good.
We'll take it on tour. We'll take it on
right?
Well, don't let's not get overboard on this one now. On tour, where are we gonna go?
Yes, coinciding with you guys' events going around, right?
Right.
Traveling wedding. So something that I love to ask all the couples that come on the show is, what advice would you give other couples who are in the wedding planning process?
Oh, that's a great question. Because I've definitely like thought about this a lot.
I can give you one off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Is whenever things are getting stressed out, whenever it's a little tense, Tara and I had to remind each other that we are the team. It's us two. Say we're both feeling stressed out and emotional. We're both having to deal with different battles or the same battle. So it's you and I to figure it out. We don't fight each other. We fight the problem. And that seemed to help a lot, because then we were able to sit down and we write it out and we communicate it. And that honestly, like, resulted in not having a lot of those battles, you know, because things get stressful. You know, there's lots going on. You have your tasks, I have mine. And it's just like, hey, let's take a breather. Sit on the couch. Let's just nap it off for a second. Take a nap. It works. It does work.
Yeah. No,
Love
I
that.
agree with that. It's definitely a really great point and has helped us for sure. And I think ultimately it's like really just making it like, about you and your partner
Not
and
pleasing everyone. Yeah.
and just like deciding ultimately like it's your day, once in a lifetime day. What do you dream of? Is if it's reasonable, if you can do it, like, go for it. But, you know, don't listen. Like you can take people's advice and opinions, but don't let it make you steer into a different direction if it's something that you and your partner want to do.
Yeah.
Um,
At the end of the day, it's gonna be amazing no matter what. Things in the background may get messed up, small things, but you don't notice it and you won't notice it.
Yeah.
And it's just know that it's only perfect if you think it's gonna be perfect. And that's it.
No, that's great
and
advice.
destination weddings definitely
Probably
cut the
easy.
guest list. It's probably easier and cut the guest list itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, building that your own venue, different story. But
Yeah.
Wow, I know. You guys did it all to the max. Like, yeah, had a big wedding, built your own venue, like did so much of it. So much hard work went into it, which is
But we were allowed to like
Supporting
yeah, we had an amazing supporting team behind us, and being able to like personalize things, I think for us is what made us want to do it over 1,100 times, even though it was really, really hard. But like we were able to like relate to our guests. We were able to show our guests like this is us. Like these are some personal touches. The food, the music, being able to have my dad perform, being able to have the different chefs come in and create a menu that is curated to like our interests and my food allergies, and like there's just so many unique touches that like it's like you make your wedding day all about you and your significant other.
So one thing that I had to learn is don't overthink it, because I wanted so many. Tara and I, we wanted so many little things of, well, what are they going to do during the cocktail hour? Well, I want to have this area decorated because that doesn't really look good over there. All these things, and my dad and our wedding planner and Tara's mom, just Nicole, even just sat me down and were like, hey, don't even worry about that stuff. It's little things those you don't need those. Nobody's even going to notice that. Say you put the attention at the island where we got married, the attention at the cocktail hour. Says you don't need all these extra little things that you think people are going to be bored at your wedding. No, no, no. Their time will go by so fast. People won't even know what to do with themselves. And that came to realization, and it was just amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I
fun.
think that's great advice too. Yeah, to not like go down to every minute of what's going to happen. Like
Right.
you
Let, let,
have,
let
yeah.
other folks handle it. They can handle themselves.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's really great advice. That's awesome. Well, I am so happy for you guys. Congratulations. Is there anything else that you want to share? Like any new pop-ups coming up or anything
I mean,
else?
shoot.
Oh, we have.
Well, now that reality's setting back in,
Yeah.
we're off that wedding have quite a while.
Yeah.
What do we have coming up?
Well,
Just besides regular work, we're gonna figure out our honeymoon now.
we're going on a
Where are you
honeymoon
guys
next
gonna
week.
go?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going on a mini honeymoon.
I was saying mini moon the other day.
Yeah, mini moon next week. My best friend's wedding, our last wedding of the year, is this weekend. I'm the maid of honor. And then,
It's the last one.
yeah. And then we have a mini moon that we're doing at the New Sandals Resort, St. Vincent, which I'm so excited about. And
Oh,
they have
Looks
pickleball there.
gorgeous. Yeah, of course.
so
It's always
fun.
pickleball. It's always
Yep.
pickleball.
Yeah,
But I heard
right?
the food's great too, so that's what I'm happy about.
Yep.
Um,
Yes.
I'll bring over some culinary equipment just in case. And yeah.
No, yeah, we're so excited for that. And then we have, I mean, Dallas World pickleball stuff coming up. Lots of fun things.
Your
Um
birthday, Nicole's birthday.
I know.
Going to the
Ooh,
We're
happy
going?
birthday.
Thank you. We're going to the Dominican Republic
Oh,
um
fun.
with our family, which is so exciting.
So
And
good.
then work stuff, like just like a bunch of, Super Bowls in San Fran this year by us. So
Cool.
we have a lot of fun stuff coming up.
Lot to do. We're on
Yeah.
the road. I would say probably 10 months out of the year.
Wow.
Pushing the wine and the tequila. We got the restaurants. Opening one in Phoenix. Actually, my best friend Connor's there right now. working with the team, getting that trained up and ready to go. And we stay busy. We stay
Yeah.
busy. It's almost the ground. And, if we're not working, there's something wrong. We like lose our minds. We're like, what are we doing here? So
Right.
always
Yeah.
creating new avenues, new ventures, new opportunities, trying to help people out. And of course, have fun while you're doing it.
Of course. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for just sharing so many details about your day and for sharing about all your ventures. We'll link all of that in the show notes and everything. And one last big congrats to you guys. I'm so happy for you and just wishing you a lifetime of happiness. I love it. All
Well,
right.
listen, you're awesome. Thank you so much for having us on the
Yeah.
show. And this is a great opportunity. And if we can send anyone your way, if you ever need anything, if you need some wine or some tequila,
Oh,
you let me
thanks.
know. We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's
And
so
any
sweet.
pickleball if you need.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
And if you're out
good.
in NorCal, come by and see
Yeah,
the property.
totally. That'd
So
be so fun.
let us know what you need. We'll take care of you. But we appreciate you.
Oh, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks,
All
Alyssa.
right. Bye. There you have it. Another episode of the Wedding Reporter podcast. To see those gorgeous wedding and engagement photos, head over to NashvilleBrideGuide.com for more behind the scenes content. And if you like this episode, I would so appreciate it if you would rate and subscribe the show. See you next time for another great episode.